Greetings, thespians, it's Tuesday. I've got a bit of a light week on my hands this week, actually. Dancing at Lughnasa finished last Saturday and it went very well, and we're bringing that back later in the summer, but pretty good, very positive feedback for that. And I've got a read through for A Doll's House on Thursday. And then we'll probably begin rehearsing in earnest for that. Also, I've been planning on going to see a bunch of shows on next Tuesday that are all Grand Guignol type shows. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with the Grand Guignol, but it's a sort of a fringe type theatre that sort of grew up in the turn of the last century in France, but also had a bit of a life in England kind of between the wars and just after the Second World War. It's essentially a fringe type of horror theatre, which is interesting. And not horror in the sort of fangs and claws sense, but more psychological horror of what people do to people. And it's one of my, I won't even say guilty pleasures, but slightly more obscure tastes in theatre. Like, do any of you have a particular genre or group of shows that you quite like, but not very many people have actually heard of? I'd be interested to know. Oh, Mark, I just wanted to elaborate a little bit further on what I said basically in the comments section in your video. The part of a production I think I dislike the most is the third quarter of operations. Usually it's where people have just got off book or are not quite off book yet, and the blocking's starting to come together, but it's still very, very fudgy, and you know, you're past the stage where people are testing concept and really trying to pin down what needs to happen to make a show work. And usually it's where the tech people are complaining they haven't had enough time to do their job, where the director's stressing about the fact that their vision isn't being properly realised, the actors are feeling a little bit nervous and unsure of themselves because they've just got off book and are still not quite comfortable in their characters yet, perhaps, or don't know what they're doing overall. It's usually the point where everybody's feeling the pressure of time and is notably not where they need to be in order to make a show happen. Also, Mary, there's a really interesting set designs for Les Mis. Please do let us know how that turns out. Maybe as and when that develops, you can show us some pictures of it in action. And one last thing. I think last time I spoke to Kelly, I mentioned that we should, perhaps the next time we're all in a hangout together, even if it's just for fun, work out exactly what it would cost in order to bring all of us together to do something, because I think that would at the very least be interesting and a source of some debate and discussion. Anyway, thanks for watching, and Mary, we'll see you tomorrow.